with their famous red trucker caps, black lycras with their red and white stripes. On the top of your screen in the yellow boat, you're seeing Molesey Boat Club, and their famous black and white stripes too. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Looking at some of the times, it's been very similar to these two crews. In fact, yesterday in the semi-finals, both crews did exactly the same time to the barrier, which is the first marker, exactly the same time to the Forley, which is about the halfway marker.
So we should have an absolutely outstanding race to finish this regatta on. We already have seen 3 of the titles going to Thames Rowing Club already, so this crew will be looking to see if we can add a 4th today.
So Matthew Pinsent following them down, umpiring this race. Wonder if they'll know that. You probably can always see here umpires, you're very close, it's very intimate at the start line. They come forward to begin this final race of the regatta.
Back up, 2 squeeze. Again, give off. That's it, reset. Hands come down.
Attention! Go!
Good quick start from the umpire there. The boats can't settle too long, off they go. Thundering now along the island. This is the 8th and all their glory. Big finish, big finale for this regatta. Both crews. This is such a big event for club crew racing. This is the one they've come for. This is the long season they've built to, and it all comes down to this last 2,112 metres.
This is exciting race on another factor, because these crews have really not raced each other much this season. The Molesey crew were the fastest club crew at the Marlow Regatta, one of the most recent big regattas, and Thames did not race there. Similarly, Thames were the fastest at the Metropolitan Regatta, where Molesey didn't race, so they're both vying to be the top club men's A in the country.
And obviously in a knockout competition, you don't meet each other until you reach in the final, so they won't know each other's form up other than watching it play out with other crews. So this is the first time they line up side by side to test themselves against each other. What an incredible test for both crews now.
As they blast out of the blocks to that quarter-mile signal, it is very close here, neck and neck. Some brilliant blade work there of the Thames Rowing Club. Look at the synchronisation, the dropping in of that oar of the catch as you pan back round to the crew. Faces looking quite relaxing, so they're at maximum right now. We should all remember their heart rates are at maximum. They've got lactic acid in their legs and their cox is telling them to go harder.
Yeah, and it was not that rhythm that Thames set up. Just got that bit of time, that little bit of run, even though, like we said, fast intensity, very high rating coming out, but they've just letting that boat run just very sweetly under them.
And across the Molesey crew. Again, the level of this rowing is extremely high. As you look down the boat there, stroke seat Rufus Tilt, 23 years of age, has been at Oxford Brook, so he's now moved across to Molesey. He's leading his crew very well, because this race is panning out to be the corker we pinned it for.
Outstanding job, and I think the coxswains will play a big part in that. We've got Richard Hill as coxswain in the Thames boat, this 10th appearance for Henley Royal Regatta, so he knows this course well. He knows what it takes to get down this course. He knows exactly when to push his crew and when to sort of lift that adrenaline momentum and when to bring it down to that nice long rhythm.
Back to the Molesey crew. Total concentration on their faces. Rufus Tilt stroke, Ollie Salona in the 70s, Theo Darla, Reese Westall, Tom Worthington, Sam Ford, Ben Whittick, Marcus Lewis, coxed by Alexandra Wenyon. And they look to have slipped a seat from this angle, I'd say, Catherine.
Yeah, from this it looks like Molesey have moved ahead. Again, like you said, really impressive rowing from both boats. They look at the blades as well. You want just that timing, you want that precision, and again, they're doing that nice shallow. It's very easy, these big boats, to sort of dig the blade in a bit deep, and it does slow the boat down. They're just covering their blades, and that horizontal push through is making, again, this really efficient row, and every stroke they're just eating up this course.
Catherine, exactly that. Look at the blades there. There's a slight difference. The Molesey spoons are just dropping in the water with very little splash, very little interference. That's no wasted energy there. As we pan back to a bit more aggressive style from this Thames crew, doing great stuff, but slightly more splash on those blades as they enter the water. And it is paying off because Molesey have squeezed out. Have they got open water yet? They're just a length ahead as we pass over Thames. We're passing Remnant. Both clubs are going to get a huge cheer here through Remnant Club.
Yeah, and we see there Thomas Wood in the bow seat of the Thames. He'll just be aware that the Cox from Molesey, Alexander Wenyon, is just slipping out of his peripheral vision, and that's when you feel, that's when the crew is slipping away from you. Now you're coming into these enclosures. This is the moment they have to pounce if they want this title, to bring it back on terms. You've got to dig deep now, whether it's rate, whether it's power, whether it's length. There's something you've got to tap into that raises your boat speed at this point.
The Thames rowers are thinking, we have to go now. This is what the early mornings are for. This is what the missed weddings are for, the missed funerals, all the times you turn down those drinks with friends. This is the moment. What have they got?
They will be digging deeper than they've ever done before. This is the one they want, and they're going to come into these enclosures. We keep talking about this moment. It's a quieter part of the regatta. They've just come down that course, and now they hit the crowds, but they will lift Molesey as well. Molesey will know they've done the... Oh, but I think Thames is pulling back a little bit. There's still a way to go. This race isn't finished yet.
As we come into the closing stages of this race, they've got 600 metres to go. Molesey Boat Club have 3/4 of a length lead over Thames Rowing Club on the left of your screen. Can they hold on to this? Can they have revenge from crossing that line in second last year? Are they going to be the victors today? Or are Thames going to take their rate up and squeeze back?
Molesey still looks strong as they come in. That blade work still looking neat, still looking tidy. They're going to be lifted by these crowds again. Like you said, this has been a year these crews have been waiting to get this rematch coming back. So here they go, final stages.
They're coming back, they're absolutely coming back. Molesey, what have you got? Can you respond? Can you absorb this? There is nothing quite like the intensity of the last 200 metres of an air test, and Thames Rowing Club have responded. They're pushing back on this Molesey crew. Can Molesey take their rate up? And I think Molesey have. They've responded and they've absorbed that push, and that is the killer blow. And Molesey are going to take the last few strokes of this race with a hugely spirited Thames, throwing everything at this towards the line. And Molesey are going to do it. They've revenged their second place in the Thames Cup from last year. As their hands go up, the water is splashed, the bangs on the boats, and the hugs are going to go on until the early hours.
What a race, what a way to feel it. You see celebration and jubilation already from that Molesey crew. Well deserved, and all the heads have gone down in that Thames boat. That was an intense race, and you can see how hard it is for that Thames crew. And although both crews would have put in exactly the same effort, you see the difference between winning. Suddenly you feel no pain, you just feel joy. Losing, everything hurts, and everything just, it's starting again, isn't it?
What a treat. We have just seen a gladiatorial fight to the line from so many crews this afternoon. This was an absolutely brilliant way to end our regatta for 22. Look at that! Absolute screams of joy from Rufus Tilt there as he screams out to the skies above him, and they are absolutely elated. Tears there are. You know, the emotion is probably the most you're ever going to feel. Maybe the birth of a child, but this is the moment for this absolutely incredible crew in the Thames Cup. And the bowman really is hitting him hard now. Marcus Lewis, the 24-year-old. This is his 4th Henley Royal Regatta.
Isn't it beautiful to see that? This is what this means. And this is just, it's so much built to this point, and it just matters. These races matter. It's sport, it's fun, but it really matters to every single individual in these boats.